64 pence sterling.
For a closer look at the day's financial news, we're joined now by the Executive Director of Bourse Communications, Rod North. Rod, good morning. Good to see you again.
Good morning.
Job ads, an interesting indicator at the moment. They're now successively falling, it seems.
Yes, that's right. We saw job ads fall 1% yesterday, which is the fourth consecutive fall in a row. Now, that's a little bit concerning, particularly given that we've got the employment figures coming out on Thursday, and there's an expectation now that the employment figures will see perhaps only 10,000 jobs added in October, whereas in September it was about 24,000 jobs. So this is not a great trend, and I think most economists are thinking now that we could see the employment rate increase from 5.2 up to 5.3, and I suppose that's the trend now, you know, ahead for November and December, whether significant jobs will be added over that period, which then sort of takes the focus off perhaps wages pressure, inflationary pressure, which sort of gets us back to looking at where we sit with interest rates. And of course we saw that decrease in the cash rate by 25 basis points last week, and I think perhaps many economists are now thinking, well, perhaps there needs to be a little bit more action on that front on the downward side to get the setting right.
Possibly by the end of the year, another meeting just before Christmas.
Yes, well, we really only have sort of one option there, obviously being December, and then there's no Reserve Bank board meeting in January. So I suppose the Reserve Bank's got to think, well, do we go in January with another small rate cut of 25 basis points, or do we hold out until you know, they meet in February 2012?
We were just hearing before from Christine Lagarde as the European problems continue there. Is that really the only real explanation for the Australian share market's lack of performance?
Well, I think there was a sort of greater expectation that there'd be more things resolved at the G20. I think Australia's very much focused looking at what's happening globally. And I think one of the key things that's been a bit of a standout, and we're seeing the trend now, particularly with those European countries and with the change that's happening in Greece, that perhaps we're seeing further potential trends for leadership to change in other European countries as well, because I think people are wanting to see the European countries, get back into growth and give, hope and prospects for people, and get that unemployment rate down, because 9%, it's not a great way to sort of see the economies moving forward.
Well, yes. And if only all of that would happen. Rod North, good to see you.
Thanks very much.
Thank you. Now, coming